Hi everyone. Okay, today I'm going to do a puzzle piece, and this is actually somebody that had asked me to do a process video on one of them, or I will probably do a process video in the future as well too, even finishing up the ones that I haven't finished and talk about what I had done to them. This one I am doing because I'm inspired by this piece of lace today that I got. I was around town and I went to visit my sister and my niece at their store, their wedding shop, and they had just received a keepsake from one of the brides, and it was in a box and wrapped with this cord, and then there was this. I think this was folded and it had the candies wrapped around here, but it was something like that, yeah. And so I went there, and I'm pretty sad because I'm without a wedding band, and I feel really, really like I had this on because it kind of was comforting that, when you have a watch on for a long time, and then, so this was, actually I was wearing it lately because my wedding band was slipping off of my fingers, so I brought it into the jeweler's to get it tightened. And I had this on, but this moves around too much for me to, it bugs me. So anyways, getting back to the subject, I was in town and I did these couple of things that I had to do. And another thing too that I did was I got my glasses finally tightened because they were really loose, but now they're too tight and they hurt my ear. I hate that. Why do we have to suffer? And it bugs me, and I'm constantly moving it. I could probably bend it a bit, but yeah, I have to get used to it. So that way my glasses don't fall off of my face. So yeah, there was this. And oh, in this box, so it was a very different type of keepsaking than what they usually do here in Italy. It's that little, gift that you give to the people that came to your wedding. And here it's must have it. You do it and that's it. Everybody does it. It was a canvas painted with these bright colors. But what was the focus point of these canvases were these weird shaped forms that then, like, there was a rock that was a weird shaped form that looked like a canvas, and she painted a canvas on it, and it had three of these pieces that looked like ceramic too. I think you can do it with Fimo and then paint it, but on artist paintings on these little things, like one was a canvas, and you know what, I'm so upset because I forgot to get the little card that was in there, because it's someplace in Italy that does these things, and to look this site up, because these rocks were just amazing. They were so beautiful, and there was just three on this little tiny canvas that looked like a desert. Like the canvas was painted with oranges and things, and because there was the canvas there, and it was just amazing. It was really, really, I've never seen anything like it. Simple, very simple. There's simplicity. And while I was at my sister's store, I was looking for I was telling the seamstress that worked there, please don't throw anything out, like not even the littlest piece of lace. Get a box ready and do a Josie box and give it to me. So I got all of these. Like, they had tons of these. Actually, she was saying, is that all you're taking? I go, yeah, I'm taking one each. And like she intended that I take. I guess they have old ones in the store too that they don't need anymore because they're probably old collections. But yeah, this is more not my style. I'll show you what my style is now. Actually, I think I saw this dress in the store because I was looking at it, and which one is it now? No, maybe it was her. Anyways, this is my style of wedding dress. Like, this is the simplicity. I love the simplicity. In fact, my wedding dress was very simple too. I'm gonna see. Look at that. Like, isn't that pretty? That is so pretty. I love that. So yeah, I'll be cutting these up. They'll be looking really nice in some journals. Naturally, I have lots of them, so I'm gonna have to go through them and decide what I want, because I just finished organizing all this stuff in my my room, and I think it's here. Yes, this is the one. So I just finished organize everything in my room, and I'm bringing in more stuff, and I don't want to. It's what I don't want to do. Sorry, I'm just flipping through it, but you know, as you can see, beautiful, beautiful picture. So this dress was in the store, and it was like, I looked at it right away. I go, Rosie, I said, that's what I would get, because we always joke around saying, looking at the dresses, because you know, when you're in there a lot, I used to be, I'm not anymore, but when you're in there a lot, you change your mind on dresses. You know, if I were to get married today, what would I wear? And you change your mind. This is the one that I told her, if I was to get married today, this is what I would wear. You can't probably really notice it in the, let me see here, because there's other pictures in black. This is the way the dress is. Isn't that gorgeous? You have to see it. You have to see it. It's just beautiful. Anyways, beautiful dresses. Yeah, I got these to play around with. And I'm so sorry that they weigh so much, because I would love to give them away, but I can't. So I'm going to be doing a puzzle piece today. And because I was inspired by this, and I did want to do a puzzle piece with rice paper, I'm just going to start and go on with it. So the person that asked me to do this is a very kind person. And I can't say her name because I don't know. I think I asked her, not too long ago, I asked her, what's your name? And we probably know each other on Facebook, and I don't know, you know. So please tell me, and I'm talking about Boot OU 298. She was the one that requested that I show a process, and I love doing videos. I love doing videos. It's a lot of the times I'm not very, how could you say it? I'm not alone in the house, and it's kind of hard to, you know, do things when you have kids, you know, with racket, and my kids have lots of friends over, and so yeah. Hectic life, but I love it. I really do. You know what, I'm going to kind of cut a circle out of yellow and then bury it under the other color so it looks like a muted sun. So I'm going to be doing a landscape. I'm doing the sky, and put the sun here. I didn't cut a perfect circle because this will be muted. You know what? Let me see if I can bring you just a touch in. Okay, as long as I keep it here, up to this line, I'm fine. I'm not going out of the view. So I'm going to get a piece of blue. I had done a video similar to this, but it was on an ATC. I was working with rice paper. Now, somebody was doing a video the other day. Oh dear, I can't remember who it was. I'm sorry. But they were showing this paper as to being mulberry paper. And it's so funny because here they call it rice paper. So I would love to know which it is. It's one that has the fibers in it. Somebody, I can't remember who it was, that was showing them the other day and calling it mulberry paper. And you know what? I think it was Shannon Green, but it was a very old video. And yeah, so I'm wondering what exactly is it, because I never knew this in Canada when I was living there, so I didn't know what it was called there. They call it here, they call it rice paper. Okay, now I'm going to start. Now I can add on top of this because I want to see once it dries how that yellow shows through where the sun is. So what I'm going to do is get the greens. Oh, I just dropped one. Come on, boy. There we go. I'm going to get the greens and start laying that down as well, too. Show you how I do it, and then hoping it dries fast. So I just tear up the rice paper because when you have the broken edges, it just blends all into, you know, well together. And it kind of gives you this this effect kind of gives you that watercolor effect. You're not going to be seeing it now while it's wet, but you will see it when it's dry. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with a couple of pieces of the darker green and then layer the thing. Now this can be done with painted papers, the same thing, especially painted jelly print. No, I'm sorry, not jelly prints. Painted, what the heck are they called? I hate when I forget. Deli papers. Painted deli papers that have that see-through effect. It would give it a beautiful effect. So, you know, this can be done with tissue paper. It can be done with anything you want. But if you want this effect, I would try tissue paper, colored tissue paper or deli paper, in a way that, you know, it's transparent. You can see one color from underneath the other. There's all these dogs barking. And I love working with rice paper. It gives you no problems at all. It's very strong. It's very strong. Let me go. What I can do as well too is, once it's dry, if I'm thinking it's too, you know, too much color, I can always add gesso on top of it, you know, a nice whitewash of gesso. So yeah, please, what was her name again, Boot? Just a second, because my computer turned off, because I have her page open right in front of me. And wouldn't you know that my computer, Butoyu298, I would love to know your name. Oh dear. Yeah. And lately, you guys, I haven't been answering in messages lately because I am having a heck of a hard time seeing that computer. In fact, even when I watch live streams, I'll say hello to everyone, but I have a hard time reading the chat and reading, you know, that small print on the computer. I really have a hard time reading it. So, and writing as well too, because I'm not good, you know, at writing. I write with one finger, so I make lots of mistakes. And and you have to see those mistakes as well too. But yeah, it's just been, I don't know, it's just been a period of time that I've had a hard time seeing, really, like, desperately. And I know I can't really do anything about it because these glasses, you know, are as strong as they can be. We can't go any stronger. Actually, I was talking to, you know, where I went to bring my glasses today to get tightened is where I bought them. And I was asking him if I could, because losing weight, this frame now is too big for my face because I have a tiny face. And I was asking him, can we take this lens and put it on another, like, can you do it in how much time? Because I don't want to stay without these glasses too long. Because I still have my old ones, but you know, I don't see very well with those. But he said he can do it in a day. And that it's possible that, you know, I can pick out a smaller frame for my face and not have to change the lens, because the lens I actually bought last year, so they're not old, and mine cost a lot, so I don't want to spend that money. Like, I'll buy new glasses every 5-6 years. I make them last, you know, if I'm not having problems with my eyesight naturally, that, you know, they probably have to be changed. Because there was a time that my eyesight was just going downhill, and then it would stay for a while, you know, stay a few years for a while the same. So yeah, and he was saying it's possible, so I'm really happy about that. So that way I can get you know, a pair of glasses that looks good on my face, because I think these look too big on me. In fact, when I was telling, I can't remember who I was telling today, my niece, and she said, yeah, I did want to tell you that I think those glasses were too big for your face now. They weren't before because I was overweight, so I had a little chunky face. Now instead it's different. So this is where I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to close the video and come back when it's nice and dry. So that way, you know, I'm going to give it time and let it dry. And you guys will be waiting a split second, but I'll be gone for about an hour. So that way, I just don't want it to Yeah, so I told you about my little adventure. I don't go out, you guys, a lot, but I have to go out once a month to go into the bank. So once I go into the bank, and then, oh God, there was a line up there too, because if I had gone yesterday, I wouldn't have found this confusion. Now, I went yesterday. I didn't go yesterday because Monday mornings in town square, all the stores are closed. And I wanted to do these couple of things. I wanted to get my ring tightened. I wanted to, get my glasses fixed. And if I had gone yesterday to the bank, I wouldn't have been able to do these things because they were closed. I went today, but today there was the elderly people picking up their pensions, and there was a lot. Like I found about 15 people before me, and only 2 tellers open. So, but it wasn't that bad, and I don't mind waiting if as there was air conditioning, so I was okay with that because it's freaking hot here. So anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'll see you in a split second. Bye.